Paige, it is time for you to select your Toronto mans. Who are you going out with tonight?
Oh my God.
The man that I am taking on a date tonight is...
It's time to play the Toronto Man's Dating Game. Here are your hosts, Darren and Deepa on 99.9 Virgin Radio.
Oh my goodness. Welcome to the Toronto Man's Dating Game. I'm Darren Jones. She is Deepa Prashad.
That's right.
And it is time to meet our Toronto girlie looking for love. Hello, Paige.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Paige is 33 years old. What do you do for a living, by the way?
Great question. So I do PR. I promise I do actually work, contrary to what people think of me on social media. So I do PR and marketing recruitment. I also do event planning, and I work for my dad's company. Shout out mom and dad that are listening today.
That's so cute. And Paige, you are so cute.
Yes.
You came in dressed into the T today, and you're looking for a serious relationship. Like, this is not any sort of joke to you whatsoever.
What's the longest relationship you've been in, and how did it end, and what's the situation there?
Yeah, so my longest relationship was about 8 months. I know that's quite
Wait,
scary.
Paige, what?
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Like, I can't seem to get over the honeymoon stage, like that 6 to 8 month period.
Paige?
Yeah.
8 months? You're a grown woman. What's wrong?
No, I don't know. After the honeymoon stage, they're like, okay, this girl is batshit crazy. And that's when they're like, okay.
No swearing.
Yeah, apologies for the swears. That's
Apologies. Sorry, guys. They knew what they were getting into. So anyways, so basically after that 6 to 8 month trajectory, then I don't know what happens. They just see me for who I am, and they show the true colors.
Oh,
and
my
then
God.
But Paige,
the lovey stuff.
you're a very strong personality. You clearly say what is on your mind. Are you attracting men who are uncomfortable with a strong woman?
Oh, good question.
Great question. And I do think that's what it is too, because, I do work, I do have a career, and I find that that's quite intimidating to men out there.
I believe it.
Some guys do want this stay-at-home wifey, and of course I want to be, the Pilates mom that drinks the Xanax smoothies at lunch. Of course I want to do that, but ultimately that's not realistic. You got to get your bag, you got to make your money, honey. So I do work. I work extremely hard, and perhaps that's intimidating to some men.
I can see that being an issue.
This is exciting. I want to meet these
Can we
guys.
bring them in?
We scoured the internet. Producer Leah has found 3 eligible bachelors in Toronto who claim they are looking for the action. This is basically Love is Blind meets the dating game.
Yeah, pretty much, because Paige can't see them, but we have a very good view of the lovely guys that came in, and wow.
Okay, so Leah, let's talk to Toronto Man's number 1. You are a lawyer. Your name is Tyler. You're 30 years old. You love hockey, golf, sports in general. You're an active member at Equinox.
Wow.
So athletics is very important. Is that important to you as a partner?
I think that it's important to have some degree of fitness. It's a part of life, right? Taking care of your body. But I'm not expecting a partner to be as obsessed with it as me.
Okay.
Yeah, so what are you looking for in terms of a partner?
I think someone that I can just go about life with, sometimes doing those boring things, as well as experiencing the highs of life as well. But life is not always going to be, these big, great, exciting moments.
Right.
So, someone to just go through life with, I would say.
I feel like Paige, every moment would be exciting.
Okay, let's meet. Yes.
Dull moment.
Toronto Man's number 2, your name is Chris. You're 42 years old. You're a credit consultant / semi-pro poker player.
I am.
You 100% own Bitcoin, don't you?
I do.
I knew it.
Have you lost all your money? Are you still good?
You know what? I'm waiting for the bull run. So
Oh, I see. Oh,
I'm
crypto
holding
boy.
on.
Okay, so you're a crypto bro. Nothing wrong with that. No shame here, there, buddy. What are you looking for in a long-term mate? Because you're 42. Like you're middle-aged now, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're
Do I
halfway
look
done.
good?
No, you don't. You look
Okay,
great.
good.
You got the
Good, good,
tattoos.
good.
You're wearing the T-shirt. You know what's going on.
I got it. Okay. I'm just looking for someone who's ready to experience life. So, I've gone through that. As you said, I'm a little bit older, but I've gone through all that. So I'm looking for someone who's ready to take that next step and be in a committed relationship and experience life, travel, do fun things like that.
Okay.
Good stuff.
I love this.
Yeah.
And Toronto Man's number 3, your name is Daniel. You're in sales and marketing. You're a manager at Nikon. You're a photographer. You love photography. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. You've seen Paige online. What attracted you to Paige initially?
Well, Well, to be quite honest, I'm actually friends with one of her friends, Lisa, from the show.
Okay.
So
Connection.
for me, obviously beyond the looks perspective, knowing Lisa, knowing her friends, I could assume that Paige has a very good head on her shoulders and would be
Nice.
someone that I can actually have some compatibility with.
I like this.
So that seeing that was a big plus for me.
I got you. And you're not afraid of a strong, powerful woman?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I'm friends with Lisa. Lisa's very much that kind of girl. So
Okay.
And on a scale of
definitely
1 to
not.
10, most important question, how would you rate yourself as an Instagram boyfriend? Because you are a photographer.
Oh, that's a very good question. 9, 10 probably. I feel
9 or
You
a
should be
10?
10 out of 10. You're a photographer for
Well,
life.
he's being humble.
art is a very subjective type of creative medium.
Exactly.
So, I can never be perfect, but I
Okay.
will do my best to be as close as I can be to it.
Paige, we are going to get into the question portion. You are going to grill these fellas. How do you feel so far? What have you heard that you like?
First of all, I like what I'm hearing, boys. And second of all, thank you all so much for being here today. It really means the world that you guys want a chance to date me. I wish I could date you all. Let's have a thruple or a quadruple or whatever.
Okay, Paige, calm down.
Smiles on all the boys' faces. So it is time to get to the interview lightning round portion of the game. Paige, when you're ready, question number 1.
Question number 1 to Toronto man's number 1. Where is the most romantic place in Toronto for our first kiss?
Tyler the lawyer, 30 years old. Go ahead.
A great place to have a first kiss would be in High Park in the spring with the cherry blossoms.
Wow. I didn't-
Great
That's
answer.
a good answer.
Would you look at that? It's spring now, so you probably want to get to that kissing real soon then.
Definitely.
Oh,
I'm
look
glad
at-
he didn't say like the parlor or something.
All right, Paige, question number 2.
Okay. Question number 2 to Toronto man's number 2. Will you let me look at your phone messages anytime I ask?
Oh, interesting. This is our semi-pro poker player
Yeah.
/ crypto bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. I have nothing to hide.
Nothing to hide.
Really? And she's
Yeah.
like,
Great
hey,
answer.
can I go through
Yeah.
your Instagram DMs? Like, you're okay with that?
Yeah, for sure. Can I go through yours?
Oh, interesting,
Then
Paige.
you absolutely can. It's
Perfect.
reciprocated.
Oh,
Absolutely.
okay. Do you take shirtless photos of yourself on your phone? Would she find those?
There could be a few tarps off pics for
Okay.
sure.
Okay, very good.
Lure.
Yeah.
Question number 3, Paige. Go ahead.
All right. Question number 3 to Toronto man's number 3. What is your longest relationship and why did it end?
Great question. This is Daniel, 30 years old, a photographer.
6 months. It ended just because the two of us had very different outlooks on life and on family. It just wasn't going to be a long-term connection, unfortunately.
Explain that. What? She wanted kids, you didn't? You wanted kids, she didn't?
So we had very different upbringings. Our perceptions on family, on the importance of family were very different.
Ooh, interesting.
It wasn't about children per se. It was mostly about connection to parents and things like that.
So family's very important to you, or you don't care about your parents. Go ahead.
No. Family is very important.
Okay.
My family is very, very, very close. We see each other on a weekly basis. We're
Wow.
talking all the time. But, compared to me, it was a very different type of upbringing. So the closeness I have with my family was very different and very difficult for her to get along with.
Okay.
Okay.
Not that she had a problem with my parents per se.
Right.
It's just it wasn't going to work out, unfortunately.
Question number 4, Paige.
Okay. Question number 4 to Toronto man's number 2. If you found out your best friend was cheating on his girl, what would you do?
Interesting.
What do I do? First off, it's totally not my business.
Interesting.
But with that being said, if he's my guy and he's my guy, I'm obviously gonna have a conversation with him and then kind of see where it goes from there. But
But you protect your friend.
Friends first.
Friends first? Okay.
Bro code.
yeah, I'm gonna find out what the story is for sure.
I got you.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to my bro first.
Okay, very good. Interesting. That's a tough question.
It is.
Number 5, Paige. Go ahead.
Okay. This question is for Toronto man's number 1. How many dates with me until we make it Instagram a fish?
Ooh.
I think it depends. Classic lawyer answer, I know.
A weasel.
At least you called yourself out.
I think that anywhere between 5 and 10 dates, of course, depending on how things go, right? You can't lock it down, set it in stone. Life is not that simple. But yeah, anywhere around there, I think.
Wow.
Interesting. How about you, Paige? What's your IG official? If you have a match with Tyler, Toronto Man's number 1, are you putting him on the IG tonight when you go on a date?
Yeah, to quote Cardi B,
Go ahead.
Lord and Savior, you ain't going on my gram if there ain't no ring or something along those
Wow.
lines. Lyrics, but
Wow.
no, I'm kidding. I'm actually kidding. No, for real. If I'm genuinely into the guy and we've, made it official, then absolutely, of course I want to post my man and pump his tires. And I hope he would do the same.
Okay.
An Instagram official is a big thing. That means a
It's a
lot.
huge,
there.
especially in this market.
Yeah.
Okay, last question for this round. Go ahead, Paige, number 6.
Okay, Toronto Man's number 3. Suppose I want to wait a year before being intimate with you. Are you okay with that? That won't happen, but are you okay with that?
Like, who wrote these?
That won't
Would you
happen.
be okay with that hypothetically?
Just in case.
So hypothetically, yes.
In reality, go ahead, be honest.
Well, this is the thing, right? I've had gaps between relationships of multiple years where I just don't have any physical intimacy just
Okay.
because that's not something I go searching for on a regular basis. So it's not like I'm completely unfamiliar with that happening. So for me, that's really not much of an issue. Now, I would hope that if we have a genuine connection, we're not going to be waiting that long. But, it's really all dependent on the person, because at the end of the day, if I have a really strong connection to this person, I want to be with them. The physical part isn't really the key thing.
Okay.
That's not number 1 for him.
That is round 1. It is time to say goodbye to one of our Toronto Mans. Paige, who are you sending home?
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize this part of the dating game.
Yep, it's tough.
Okay, it's a tough decision, honestly. And again, thank you all so much for coming here. I really appreciate it. But I'm going to have to say goodbye to Toronto Man's number 3,
Toronto Mans.
Dan the photographer.
Photographer.
Daniel, Toronto Man's number 3. I think you're a hunk. You can
Me
say
too.
goodbye to Paige.
sorry,
You can stand up.
Show yourself, Daniel.
Daniel is exiting the booth. He's saying goodbye to Paige.
They're hugging right now.
He's tall and attractive, and it is time for him to go.
It's, it is what it is with anything dating related. You have to go based on your gut, and obviously that's what she's doing. So happy for her, happy for the other 2 contestants. Hopefully one of them will have a great time this evening.
The Toronto Mans that are remaining. Toronto Mans number 1. Tyler, you are an immigration lawyer. You're very athletic. You work long hours. You're looking for love. Toronto Mans number 2 is Chris, 42 years old, a poker player, a credit consultant. He owns Bitcoin. Do you own any of the Dogecoin? Do you own any of the...
Own any of those meme coins? Just the basic 3, yeah.
Very
Bitcoin, Ethereum.
There we go. He's a very serious crypto. They're not all crypto bros. You're a crypto man.
Yes.
A
Crypto man.
A crypto
Exactly.
gentleman.
Term.
A gentleman. Correct. Yeah, correct.
Very nice.
These 2 men are serious about finding love, and it is time to go to round 2.
Okay, question number 1 to Tyler. When it comes to kissing me, are you a tongue or no tongue?
Oh.
This is Toronto Man's number 1, the lawyer. Very interesting. I'm curious.
Yeah.
I think you got to use a little bit of tongue. I think you got to use a little
Alright.
bit.
Like
Yeah.
right off the bat, or
Like-
do you have to get to know her a bit better first?
Well, again, it depends on the first kiss, right? Like it takes 2 people to kiss.
That's
right?
true.
So you got to kind of feel it out based on how the other person is vibing with you, right?
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Paige, do you like tongue? Is that your thing?
I was about to say I'm not afraid to slip a little tongue, so all right,
okay.
check mark there.
But you're not kissing a Labrador Retriever. Like, don't be crazy, fellas.
Yes.
You're not 20 years old
Not
anymore.
slobbering all over.
Exactly. Question number 2. Go ahead, Paige.
Okay, Chris. If another man hits on me during our date, how would you react?
This is Chris, our crypto gentleman. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'll be honest with you. I don't think if you're with me, there's not gonna be too many men that are gonna be hitting on you.
Wow.
For sure. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay,
Damn, good
alright.
answer.
Why?
Well, I mean, when we walk in together, they're gonna know like we're obviously together. So there's gonna be few and far between of those guys that are coming up to you for sure.
Okay.
Hey, no, but what if someone's like, hey, they see you, they acknowledge that you're together, but they're like, hey, cutie, like, how's it going? Are you stepping in at that point?
100%.
Yeah.
And what does that mean, stepping in? Are you causing a scene? Are you pushing and shoving?
I'm not causing a scene, but I'm gonna be letting them know that she's with me for sure.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I like that assertive.
Right.
Assertive man.
I like a man that know what he wants. Okay.
Question number 3. Go ahead, Paige.
Okay, Chris. What is your hottest physical attribute?
Oh.
Back to our crypto gentleman. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's a good question. You know what? I'm not one to just like talk about myself like that, but I'm sure that when we see each other, you can figure that out for
Oh,
yourself.
damn. Oh, my God.
All right.
Suspense.
Oh, my God. Okay. Well, I want to know from Toronto Man's number one, what is your most attractive physical attribute? What are you most proud of, Tyler, the lawyer?
And very physical. He does all these sports.
That's right. Yeah, you got pecs. Can you do that thing where the pecs move up and down?
Can you make them jump?
You know what? I think that the best part about me is my smile.
Oh, you do have a nice smile.
Actually, it's very cute.
A lot of people in the chat at Virgin Radio Toronto on our Instagram commenting on how handsome these fellows are. Mm-hmm. Okay, next question, Paige. Go ahead.
Okay. Next question will be to Tyler, the lawyer. Is body count important to you? How many men I've slayed?
Slay.
I believe that.
Like, not really, honestly. Like, so my whole thing with dating is you really have to let go of the past in order to fully invest in somebody new. So as long as you're, fully committed, I don't really care what you've done in the past. That doesn't concern me at all.
And also, we're all getting older. I mean, come on, let's be real here. You know what I mean? You have a whole life. You're in you're 30. Paige is
Better-
33. Like, let's grow up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
We're all adults here.
That's right.
Totally.
Crypto Man, do you care about body count?
I do. I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And why?
You know what? It just, I'm not, I mean, it does matter.
It
but
does.
I don't, yeah, but I really don't, if I don't know what the number is, then that's totally fine.
So
but
you wouldn't
if I
on the first date ask that question?
No, it's definitely not something I want.
So what's an inappropriate number for you?
How old are we? What age range?
We're in real life right now.
In real life? For female,
Oh my
I
God.
don't know. Over 20?
That's too much for you?
over
I would
20.
think so.
Okay.
For me.
Okay. Well,
Bro,
it's
you
okay.
need to grow up.
He's being honest. Like,
You asked a question, he answered it.
I'm just saying it's unrealistic. But yes,
Okay.
you've got your moral compass. That
Yeah.
we're trying to learn about these fellas,
he's
Deepa.
being honest about it, and I really appreciate
Right.
that about
I
you.
bet he's a hypocrite. What's your number? What's your number,
We're
bro?
not talking about mine.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
answer.
You're saving yourself for marriage, aren't you, Chris? He is. Okay, very good.
Sweet.
Paige, you got time for one last question for Toronto Man's number one. Go ahead.
Okay. Tyler, if we start dating, how soon can we discuss marriage?
Wow. Good. Well, let's be real. You're 33 years old, Paige. Tyler, you're
getting
30.
younger.
Not spring chickens.
No, both looking for very committed relationships.
I don't think it's inappropriate to discuss that on the first date.
Really?
Interesting.
On the first
True.
date?
Well, like you're on a date with someone, presumably you are interested in pursuing them romantically. Why wouldn't you discuss that?
Let's cut to the chase.
Yeah, you don't think that's moving too fast?
Like, to discuss it, no. I'm not going to say, hey, let's get married on the first date. But, like, let's make sure that we're both looking for the same thing, right?
Fair.
Paige, it is time for you to select your Toronto Mans. Who are you going out with tonight?
The man that I am taking on a date tonight is Toronto man number one, Tyler the
Oh, my goodness.
Okay. Before you see Tyler, because I know you're going to want to see him, you have to say goodbye to Toronto man number two.
Yes, let's meet who you didn't pick. Go ahead, Chris. A lovely fellow, 42 years old. Oh, she's mad. She likes the tattoos. She's like, damn it. He's got the backwards cap. He's got the dyed hair.
Yes.
He's got all the tats, the chains.
Yes, everything was going for Chris.
A little disappointed, but still looking for it. Still looking for love. So she asked a lot of the right questions for sure. So I kind of got an idea of what she's looking for. So yeah, I was excited. I was excited to see her and meet her, but unfortunately, it wasn't my time.
Let's meet your Toronto Mans. Say hello to Tyler, 30 years old. He is an immigration and refugee lawyer. What is your first impression of Tyler?
Okay, let me get a good look at Tyler.
Okay, she's doing the up and
I'm
down
doing the
eyes.
up and down and looking. Okay, we're not getting the ick right off the bat.
Well,
but
that's
always a good sign.
Good.
He's a handsome fella, isn't he?
Very handsome. You're very articulate. You look amazing, and I just really appreciate you being here. So.
And Paige, what attracted you most to Tyler?
I gotta say the answer about the first kiss in Hyde Park with the cherry blossoms, that was a lovely answer. So can we do that?
You want to do that today?
I want to do that for sure.
Wow.
And Tyler, how are you feeling knowing that Paige has selected you to go out to Marble Restaurant tonight on us to see if there is a connection?
Well, that's great. Thank you so much for picking me. And thank you, Virgin Radio, for bringing me on the show. Really appreciate it.
Wow. And is Paige more beautiful than you could have imagined, Tyler?
Oh, of course.
And is there anything, while you were listening to her answers, Paige, you're a very strong woman, headstrong, interesting woman.
Good for you, by the way.
Does that scare you, Tyler? Does that make you excited?
Oh, definitely excited. That's exactly what I'm looking for. That's why I came on the show.
You're a lawyer. You got to get in the courtroom. You got to go head-to-head, mano-a-mano, strong arguments.
100%, and she's going to do that with you. And his smile is his best attribute, right, Paige?
He's got a good head of hair, too.
Yeah, a lot of hair, which is great. Okay, so Paige and Tyler will be going to Marble tonight on us. We will hear from Paige in the morning to find out how the date went. If you want to be on the Toronto Man's dating game, send us a text, 99999, or slide into our DMs.
Yes. I'm really happy with my decision, I have to say. So, good things from here, hopefully.
What up, Virgin? This is Tyler. Just wanted to check in. We are on our date. It's so exciting. Thanks again for letting us do this. I'm just about to order our entrees. So far, it's going super well.
He's really cute, really sweet. He's not what I thought or expected, and I'm excited to continue to get to know him a little better. Ciao.